Heading to Indiana, truecrimedaily.com. It says an Indiana couple charged after 5-year-old who tested positive for cocaine fatally shot 1-year-old brother. Published July 26, 2023. This is from Lafayette, Indiana. It says a 24-year-old woman and a 27-year-old man were arrested on child neglect and other charges this week after a 5-year-old boy fatally shot his 1-year-old brother in March. On March 28th, at approximately 3 p.m., Lafayette Police Department officers went to the 500 block of Westchester Lane for a report of a shooting and found the infant deceased inside from an apparent gunshot wound. Detectives concluded the boy was fatally shot by his older brother after he accessed a gun in the apartment where he and his family lived. Almost exactly 4 months later, on July 24th, LaPorte City Police Department officers arrested Shatia Welch and Deonta Jackson following a traffic stop. The Lafayette Police Department announced they were taken into custody on preliminary charges of neglect resulting in death, 2 counts of neglect resulting in bodily injury, conspiracy to commit dealing a narcotic drug, possession of a narcotic, conspiracy to commit dealing cannabis, possession of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Jackson reportedly is also being charged with obstruction of justice. According to the Lafayette Journal and Courier, the victim sustained a fatal gunshot wound to the head. He reportedly had cannabis in his system, while his 5-year-old brother had cocaine in his blood. The probable cause affidavit cited by the Lafayette Journal and Courier says Johnson switched his story multiple times. He reportedly said he woke up on the couch, saw the 5-year-old on the couch, heard a boom, took the cannabis to the car, then found the 1-year-old victim. While searching the apartment, officials reportedly discovered over 90 fentanyl pills. Welch reportedly told police she kept the firearm under her bed in a safe, but she took it out a few days before the shooting. Police later found the gun on her dresser. Tippecanoe County Jail records show they are both being held without bond. Wow. Okay. So I guess trying to see if there's anything to add from jconline.com. Parents charged in shooting death of 1-year-old son, written by Ron Wilkins for the Lafayette Journal and Courier. Published July 25th, 2023. Just trying to see real quick if there's any sort of information that could that just additional information that we can find in regards to this. If not, I'll just put it on Google because it's actually pretty interesting. What I don't understand is, says because the victim's 5-year-old brother tested positive for cocaine, according to prosecutors. But I'm trying to see what part of the whole reporting says anything about the child consuming said cocaine. So I'm just reading real quick and I apologize. And the 1-year-old had cannabis in his blood. I guess, I mean, maybe if the father was smoking around his son, maybe the secondhand smoke, that could be. But I don't understand how the 5-year-old brother tested positive for cocaine. That's crazy. Wow. Because I know that with heroin, if you consume heroin, let's say a woman consumes heroin, I guess when they're pregnant, that could transfer, I guess, over to the child. But I didn't know that could happen with cocaine. And it's just weird because how did the child, did he consume it? Like, put his fingers in it and put it in his mouth? Did he take like the bag? Like how did 5-year-old have that substance in his blood that tested positive for? I think this couple is this title is I was reading the title when I said a couple, but the title could help us a little more in finding a good article about it. What I will do is make that. So let's see. I'm thoroughly confused. This is from NBCnews.com. Indiana 5-year-old tests positive for cocaine after shooting baby.
Lafayette police found 16-month-old Isaiah Johnson dead from a gunshot wound to the head inside this apartment at Romney Meadows on the afternoon of March 28. Deontay Johnson told police he was asleep on the couch when a loud boom woke him up. His son Isaiah had been shot in a bedroom upstairs. The baby's 5-year-old brother was the only other person in the apartment. The mother, Shatia Welch, was not home at the time of the shooting. Welch told police she keeps her handgun locked in a safe under the bed, but police found the gun in a dresser drawer in the bedroom. Both parents denied having touched the gun for days before the shooting. Police say they also found more than 90 blue pills on a shelf in the living room within reach of the 5-year-old. Court records say those pills tested positive as fentanyl. Just before police arrived, surveillance video shows Johnson putting a bag in a car outside the apartment. Police say they found 400 grams of marijuana in that bag. Court records say the baby died with marijuana in his blood. A hair sample from the 5-year-old tested positive for cocaine. Police say electronic device and social media records from Johnson contain messages about selling drugs. Both parents face neglect charges for both children, as well as illegal drug dealing and drug possession charges.
Even if they're drug dealers, it still doesn't explain how the child had that substance in his blood. Like, it wasn't even like a urine test or anything. It was like a hair follicle. So, so that we can like kind of be on the same page. I'm also curious. I'll ask, let's see, which drug test is more effective? Blood tests. Interesting. Okay, so the most accurate drug test. We're reading from ReliaLabTest.com. So yeah, I just asked which drug test is the most accurate. So it says the winner of the most accurate drug test is, drum roll please, blood tests. They may be more intrusive than other methods, but blood tests are well regarded as accurate and comprehensive. Hair tests and sweat tests can be particularly poor when it comes to accuracy. Interesting. External contact with a drug or even the smoke from a drug can throw a false positive. Okay, so I can understand the smoke part, obviously, because of cannabis. We can just put 2 and 2 together, and the father was, like I said before, smoking cannabis. We don't use the M word here on the King Angel Show, even if it's like that's not cannabis. He was probably smoking cannabis with his kids around, and they were getting that secondhand smoke, which is why the 1-year-old, which fortunately was the one that was killed, had cannabis in his drug and cannabis in his system. But for the 5-year-old, maybe he touched the bag at some point. Let's see. Can you okay, so let's see. Can I from skin contact. Okay, so I asked, can you get high from skin contact cocaine? Just, you know, in case like the child put his fingers into it or something. Okay. This is from pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. Wow. It's a National Library of Medicine. It's a National Center for Biotechnology Information. And it says on the dermal absorption of cocaine. So, let's see. It says 5 milligram dose of cocaine free base applied to the volar forearm skin surface of a volunteer resulted in a maximal urinary benzoyligonin concentration of 55 ng/ml. I guess so. Okay. We conclude that dermal absorption of cocaine represents a minor but significant route of exposure to this drug that needs to be considered when interpreting low-level urine drug testing results. Interesting. So, I guess there is a chance that, yeah, maybe the child did come in contact with that bag at some point, and maybe they put his fingers into it or something, or had some type of contact with it in his skin that was absorbed. I mean, it does say it's only like it's just a minor. We conclude that dermal absorption of cocaine represents a minor but significant route of exposure to this drug that needs to be considered when interpreting low-level urine drug testing results. Damn. Crazy. Mind you, it's a 5-year-old. So just like the whole case in and of itself, and besides being tragic, is just like, damn, dude, that's child having to be exposed to this kind of thing, man. It sucks. It sucks big time.